This is big breaking emergency news. Multiple officials in the incoming Trump administration have been threatened. They are dealing with bomb threats and threats to their own home and their own families right now. This has all happened in the past 24 hours. Multiple officials in the Trump administration that's coming in, they're dealing with this and they're issuing statements on it, and they're saying that they're not going to be intimidated. So let's get into the details here really quick, guys. Please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So this is what's going on right now. This happened Tuesday night. It's Wednesday night making this video. Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning, all this stuff has been happening, and it's being reported that nearly a dozen incoming officials have been targeted, including Rep. Elise Stefanik, Pete Hegseth, Lee Zeldin, Matt Gaetz, Brooke Rollins, and also Tom Homan have all been targeted in this situation in the past 24 hours. It says here that the nominees and appointees were, quote, targeted and violent, un-American threats to their lives and those who live with them. These attacks range from bomb threats to swatting. Transition spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt said in a statement. The FBI said in a statement it is, quote, aware of numerous bomb threats and swatting incidents targeting incoming administration nominees and appointees, and we are working with our law enforcement partners. We take all potential threats seriously and, as always, encourage members of the public to immediately report anything they consider suspicious to law enforcement. That is what the FBI is saying. They're investigating this, and they're figuring out what exactly is going on. And it says here that the Trump statement did not identify exactly who or how many incoming officials were subjected to the hoax, but said, quote, law enforcement and other authorities acted quickly to ensure the safety of those who were targeted. Quote, President Trump and the entire transition team are grateful for their swift action. And it says among those who said they were targeted, these are people that have come out, and we believe there's even more people that haven't announced it yet, but Rep. Elise Stefanik, all right, Pete Hegseth, who is Trump's DOD nominee, all right, Stefanik is the United Nations nominee, ambassador, Lee Zeldin, who is selected to be the head of the EPA, Brooke Rollins, which is Trump's pick for Department of Ag, and Matt Gaetz, who was the Attorney General pick, who recently withdrew consideration, but could be appointed to special counsel or something like that. There are talks of that behind the scenes going on with Trump and Gaetz. And also Tom Homan, who is Trump's incoming border czar, and he issued a statement on this as well too. He was on Fox News and he was responding to what happened. I will play that in just a second here. It says the White House said President Joe Biden had been briefed on the threats and that the administration is, quote, in touch with federal law enforcement and the president-elect's team and continues to monitor the situation closely. Federal law enforcement response alongside state and local authorities remains ongoing. And they're saying that they unequivocally condemn threats of political violence. This is some of the stories here, specific things that happened. Stefanik said that, Rep. Stefanik said that, quote, her husband and 3-year-old son were driving home from Washington when they were informed of a bomb threat to their residence. New York State County law enforcement and U.S. Capitol Police responded immediately with the highest levels of professionalism, and she lives in New York. Lee Zeldin, a former New York GOP congressman, said in a statement that a, quote, pipe bomb threat targeted him and his family at their home today and was sent in with a pro-Palestinian themed message. My family and I were not home at the time and are safe. We are working with law enforcement to learn more as the situation develops. That's what Lee Zeldin said. Rollins tweeted out that, quote, a threat was issued against our home and family. Thanks for the swift efforts from the Fort Worth Police Department. We were unharmed and quickly returned home. Matt Gaetz of Florida confirmed to NBC News that he was also among the targets. It says a bomb squad reported to his home in Florida in response to the threat. Initially, a bomb-sniffing dog was brought to his home by the sheriff, but was inconclusive, which led to the bomb squad being called in. Right? This is insane that this is happening, and this is coordinated all at the same time. Someone is doing this, right? Or something, some group is doing this. And says here, Pete Hegseth, who is Trump's pick for defense secretary, said in a post as well that a police officer informed him Wednesday morning that there was, quote, a pipe bomb threat targeting me and my family. Hegseth added that his family is safe and that the threat has been cleared. Quote, I will not be bullied or intimidated, never. And President Trump has called me to serve, and that is what I intend to do. So that is what is going on, and it's being reported that there's potentially 5-6 more people that have been targeted as well too. I want you to listen to Tom Homan's response here that he gave on Fox News. He was informed of this just recently too, in the past 24 hours, that he is being targeted, and his family has been as well too, just for being part of Trump's administration. So we've already seen these assassination attempts on Trump multiple different times, and now we're getting threats to officials, so we could even see similar things happen to them. Hopefully not. Hopefully we do not see anything like this, but this is what they're warning of, and they do not have the same security detail that a president does, or president-elect. So listen to Tom Homan here really quick on Fox News, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Tom Homan tells us that he has been the target of death threats since taking on, accepting the new role under President-elect Trump. He joins us now. Tom, couple of things. Not had the chance to congratulate you on your appointment, your nomination. So my heartfelt congratulations to you. Second of all, I'm so sorry to hear that you and your family are going through this. What's your preliminary response to hearing that it's not unique to you? Other senior incoming officials are also facing threats today.
Well, first of all, I appreciate what Nicole just said, but I'll be honest with you, I have not taken this serious up to this point. Now that I know what's happened in the last 24 hours, I will take it a little more serious. But look, I've been dealing with this when I was the ICE director in the first administration. I had numerous death threats. I had a security detail with me all the time. Even after I retired, the death threats continued. And even after I retired as the ICE director, I had U.S. Marshals protection for a long time to protect me and my family. And what doesn't help is all the negative press around the president and people he's putting in his cabinet. Me, I'm not in the cabinet, but, I've read numerous hit pieces on me. I'm a racist and I'm the father of family separation, all this other stuff. So the hate media doesn't help at all, because there are some nuts out there that'll take advantage. So that doesn't help. And I thought we're beyond that after the election's over, that we're going to get beyond that. But I will now start taking a little more serious after I just heard what's happened the last 24 hours. Up to that point, I was the attitude that if I'm not home, my family's not home. And they're not home right now, but when I return home, I'm going to bring them home. But I was of the attitude lately that if you want some, come get some. Because, I've been through this many, many times. And but again, what I've learned today, I'll start taking a little more serious.
Do you think that there's a role you can play once you're in position and come January 20th? Do you think there's a role that you can play with your leadership and seniority in the second term of President Trump's administration that can help to sort of bring an end to these kinds of threats that we've been seeing now, as you mentioned, against Republican officials and Democratic officials?
Well, I think the first role is not to be intimidated. I'm not going to be intimidated by these people. They're not going to silence me. Look, I'm going to do this job. I'm going to do this job because it's an issue of national security. So you're not going to shut me up. I'm not going away, and I'm going to do this job, and I'm going to continue talking to the American people why it needs to be done. I think under the Trump administration, I think we're going to be very transparent, because the big issue, right, securing the border and doing this deportation operation, we're going to be very transparent. We're going to tell the American people exactly what we're doing, how we're doing it. So we're going to control the narrative, and we're going to educate the American people why this is necessary. You can't, on the heels of a historic illegal immigration crisis where 9 out of 10 of these people enter the country illegally, will end up with an order removal because they simply don't qualify for asylum, there has to be a big deportation operation. That's where that's the laws of this country. And if we go through this whole process and 9 out of 10 get an order removal from a judge and we don't remove them, you're never going to fix the border, because we'll send a whole message to the whole world. You can enter the states illegally, it's a crime. You can even go to court and not go to court and get an order removal from a federal judge, and you don't leave, and we're not going to make you leave. You're never going to solve the crisis on the border, and it's just not about illegal immigration. When you overwhelm the border patrol like they've been overwhelmed for the last 4 years, that's when the fentanyl comes in and kill 250,000 Americans. That's why sex trafficking is up 600%. That's why we have a record number of people on terrorist watch lists crossing the border. That's why you got 31% of women getting sexually assaulted making that journey. Children die in the border almost every night. So it's important that we be very transparent in what President Trump's going to do. We're going to secure the border. We're going to have a deportation operation, and we're going to work really hard to find those 300,000 children. That's what we're going to do, and we're going to tell that story.
All right, so that was Tom Homan. Let me know what you guys think down below. Please just hit it up for me down there too to help get these warnings out so people know what's going on. And we don't want this. This was actually happening on the other side too. There were actually some Democrat politicians that were targeted just a few months ago as well too, with very similar things, but this is specifically targeting the incoming administration, multiple people at the same time, same day. So something's going on. Let me know what you guys think down below. Something interesting I also thought he said was that he is not leaving his family. He says if he's leaving, his family's leaving too. So he's not leaving his family at home when he has to work. He's bringing them with him. And he's saying that's for security purposes for his own family. So it's getting real, it's getting serious, and we shouldn't really have to live like that. There should be security. We should have proper rules and fail-safes for officials, but they also shouldn't really be having to deal with this issue at all. So hope you guys are staying safe, staying prepared. Hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.